Welcome to another rip-roaring edition of the Daily Fantasy Don. I am your host, Don Russell, here to give you the fantasy tips and deals that you need to win your fantasy league. Now, we are going to start off with Jabari Parker. He is getting the start. Giannis Antetokounmpo, actually my favorite player, is out on injury, so he will be getting the start, but I believe he's going to make his way into the starting lineup anyway. He was a beast last year before he got injured. It was a season-ending injury. He did come back from that about mid-season. He's been playing. First, he played at the D League, then he kind of made his way back to the team, coming off the bench. But he's been playing a lot better. And right now he is a deal in all three, both Yahoo, DraftKings, and definitely in FanDuel. So you definitely want to pick him up. He's going to do nothing but boost your roster. And sticking with the Bucks. Like I said before, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not playing. That means you need to do everything in your power to add Eric Bledsoe and another player, which I'll get into here in a minute. Right now, Eric Bledsoe is extremely expensive in DraftKings and in FanDuel, but like I said, there's ways to get him in there because I feel like with Giannis not playing, he's going to have a monster game today. So you definitely want to add him. He does nothing but add value to your lineup. Now in Yahoo, he's only 28, which was pretty much like middle of the pack. In like I said, in FanDuel and DraftKings, he's expensive, but like I said, you definitely want to get him in your lineup. You also want to add this man, Chris Middleton. Once again, he is in the middle of the pack for some reason on Yahoo. I don't know why they're not upping his value, but they did not. So Yahoo, you can pretty much get a stutter lineup, uh, pretty much on the cheap, because like I said, they have Eric Bledsoe 28 and Chris Middleton 29. But like Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton is expensive as what on DraftKings and on FanDuel, but you definitely want to add him. Like I said, he's probably going to have a monster night tonight. Aminu, if you guys picked him a few nights ago, he had a monster game. He is still pretty cheap on all outlets. He's only $18 on Yahoo. He's pretty cheap on FanDuel and on DraftKings. I believe FanDuel has him at like the low 6,000, and DraftKings still has him at like 53 or 5,600. So you definitely want to pick him up. He's going to do nothing but add value. He's been beasting. Until he doesn't beast, you keep picking him. Speaking of beast, I'm taking a line out of Kevin Hart. This man is certified. Put a stamp on him. Certified beast. Kelly Olynyk. The man has done nothing but just beast. Starting to show a little bit on both DraftKings and FanDuel because they're upping his value. But for some reason on Yahoo, he's still $18. That is a steal for a center that puts up the production he puts up. So definitely want to add him. And Aminu's boy, Nurkic. Now you got to watch. If you're playing a 7 o'clock fantasy contest and you're on DraftKings or if you're on FanDuel, unfortunately, once it starts, it's locked in. You can't change the players. So right now he's a game time decision. Now, if it's like Brook Lopez and he's suffering from the same thing, just lower back soreness, he's probably going to play. But you want to err on the side of caution just in case he doesn't play. You don't want to mess yourself up. Now, with Yahoo, you just got to pay attention before the lineup start or before the game starts. You can change them out as long as the game didn't start yet. So Yahoo, you definitely want to add them in there. And then if they change the status to being out, then you want to change them out real quick. But definitely want to add them. He had 50-something fantasy points last game. He's done nothing but beats for the last few games. The nine yo-yo, Joe Ingles, Mr. Consistent. He consistently got me 39 fancy points and helped me win in all three in all three DraftKings, Yahoo, and in FanDuel. So once again, he's still pretty much on the cheap. 21 in Yahoo, about low to 6,000s in DraftKings and in FanDuel. So uh, once again, if you look at it, his last 10 games, nothing but 30s, 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 30s. So definitely want to add him. And last but not least, this man has done nothing but be consistent, even though he doesn't start. Comes off the bench, gets into work, puts up pretty decent fantasy points. Um, Definitely want to add him into the lineup. Right now, he's only $16 and in Yahoo. Excuse me, and he's pretty cheap in both DraftKings and FanDuel. So he's definitely nothing but going to add consistency to your lineup so you can forward the big players. And that is it for today. I tried to keep it short. I actually got going to work here soon, so didn't want to bombard you with all kinds of craziness. But if you are listening for the first time and this was extremely helpful to you, and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. If this was informal, again, please drop a like too on top of that. And like Rob from Comics Explained would say, I will catch you all later. Peace.